Hello yarny friends, welcome to JoAnn's Crochet Journey. Today is Friday, October 14th, 2022. Today's video will be some acquisitions and two packages that I received that I won on 2 lives, which is exciting. And yeah, so I figured I'd throw that in there this week so I can try to put it away. I need to get a couple more paper boxes that we have at work. They make really good storage for yarn. All right, so once a month, Christy and Stephanie from Crochet Creations by Christy and Stephanie's Yarn Escape do a no filter fiber video, and they also do a snuggle along where you make baby items and submit a picture, and then you get put in for a drawing to win something. So for this month's video, I don't know if maybe it was recorded in October, but it was for September's submissions. Like, I don't know. I try to keep up watching everybody's, and you know how that goes. All right, so Stephanie put the names in the wheel and my name came up, and I got to choose either a skein of yarn with a stitch marker or a book. And I chose the Sophisticated Baby and Toddler book, and it says it has 6 designs in it. And so the one on the front must be 1, and then this is the back, and I haven't really looked in there yet. Hopefully they're not too difficult, because me and patterns. So intermediate. I'm more like thinking the blankets, honestly, but so it looks like the yarn that they're representing in this book is a light 3, but you could use a 4 and just switch your hook out. So yeah, got that in the mail. Thank you, Stephanie. That will go in with my books that I really need to go through and start making patterns or projects out of those patterns, because I have all these books and then I keep going online and printing patterns instead of just trying to use what I have. But anyways. Okay, so then on Dee's Creative Hands, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Dee, or if I forgot a couple words. She has a live every Saturday night at 6 o'clock. I don't know if it's Eastern or Central. It's gotta be Eastern. Anyways, so she had this 2 Saturdays ago. I won. She uses Nightbot to pick, and Nightbot picked my name, and Abigail was giving away so many blessing bags, is what she's calling them. And so I got mine in the mail this week. So in my blessing bag was Big Twist Glam, 261 yards. It's 61% acrylic, 39 polyester. This is the color mauve. and hopefully the sparkles show. So I got one of those, and this is a 4 medium. And then I got a Cotton King, which is very thin, in this color. And you know what's funny is she put a card in there saying how nice it was to send someone close to her hometown. And come to find out, she is from the area not too far from me. I always think it's so neat when you end up meeting somebody. Like in my brain, YouTube land is like huge, other countries, yada yada yada. And then when you meet a few people that are actually close to you, it's kind of neat to realize, you know, people are closer than you think. Then there was 2 of this Gazelle Rock and Roll, 125 yards in each. This is 21 acrylic, 70 polyamide, 9 Lana Merino. And not sure what the weight is, but anyways, there's 2 of those. Here's the label. And then there was also 2 of this lace weight silk yarn from Darn Good Yarn, and the color is Surge. And yeah, this is like a finger lace, basically a 0. So there was 2 of those. And then there were 2 of this Malaga print. I think these come from Mary Maxim because I do have some, but I don't have this color. It's a 4 medium, 100% acrylic. You get 180 yards. Color 03, both the same. So that's pretty. That could be put with some solids and work up really nice. And then she gave me these sticky notes with unicorns. And I'm always sticky noting patterns and, you know, notes to myself and where I am in a project. So those will come in handy. So thank you so much for that. So that was a nice little surprise that came in the mail. So thank you for the blessing bag. And then my friend went to that yard sale for me that I mentioned last video. And so for $13, I got 5 boxes of yarn, 2 small, 3 a little larger, and a lot of this yarn is older yarn, so it is a little more scratchy than the newer stuff, but I'm hoping that it washes up soft like a lot of the Red Hearts do. And so I'm still going to use it. I just want to get, you know, like I said, a couple paper boxes to kind of organize it. So just real quick, I'll show a box at a time, not a skein at a time. So like for instance, right here, we make some room. So this box right here was one. She had $3 on this originally. And just to pull out a couple, so Gold Circle, I guess, was a store around here back in the day. I don't remember. My husband was like, oh, I remember that store. I'm like, okay. So this would have been $1.99, 7 ounces. And this is white. And then this one's brand was at Kmart. And this would have been the label. Like, would these be vintage yarns? I don't know. It is scratchy, like the original Red Heart. Color plum. But again, I'm hoping I'm going to use it. Maybe even if I do, you know, put light colors together and just whip out some blankets and then wash them and hope they wash up. Some of them Advantage DuPont, 100% DuPont acrylic, you know, when they have like patterns. So there was like 3 of those browns. And I guess back in the day everything was a knit. So this is like luxury knitting yarn. 100% acrylic. Made in Japan, but processed in the USA. So, just trying to see if there's different labels. Easy Care Frosted Look Lustrous Yarn. 50% acrylic, 50% nylon. So this would be another label. And I don't know what that store would have been, but $2.17 for the skein. Okay, and then this is like Red Heart Super Saver at Ames, which was a store around here, no longer open. And you know, this is the old Red Heart, but it did wash up, so I'm hoping all of this washes up, because it does kind of smell like your attic. But so there was one. This was 2, and she had $5 on this one. So yeah. And a lot of them would be Red Hearts, the old ones. And different yellows, teals, you know. And this, I think everyone almost in here had Red Heart labels. So this is Red Heart Wind Tuck. Machine wash and dry. Look at that label. So some of these would be the first time I've ever saw different labels than what I'm used to. So that was kind of fun. So there's that one. Well, now. Well. We might have an avalanche. And then this one was another $5. So those would be the colors in this one. And so the pinks, the reds, the greens, one variegated, Fox brand yarns are the finest, non-allergenic, permanently moth proofed. How often do you see that? Variegated. And 3-ounce 4-ply. Turn the garment inside out before washing, it says for this. So that's different. I think I got more kick out of the labels than I did anything. So, okay. Alright, let me put this down before things fall down. And then there was a small box like this with a few more skeins in it. And like I said, when my friend got there, she realized there was more yarn than this, but another lady had got to it, which was fine. And then in this one, this is the last one. So this was variegated, which I was like, yay, love variegated. So in here, she must have frogged a project, because there is 4 balls of this. Now this isn't as rough as some of those older ones. And I love the white, blue, and brown. So I definitely want to do something with that. And then Red Heart Super Saver Multicolor, 100% acrylic. This is the color Wedgwood. So I was thinking to take the variegated and pull out colors in here with the solids and just turn them into blankets, maybe lap blankets or something. So then this one is Cottage Garden, which that is really pretty. I don't know if you could get some of these colors anymore, but it's something I should probably look up. Fiesta Jewel, that would be pretty to mix in the solids. So this one must be along the same lines, just a different color. And this one is Aspen Print, and there are only one of these, so you know, to make something small, or like I said, pull out the solids, because this says it says made in USA. Cool. And then in here was also the color Tudor, Tudor, of Homespun. So she must have made a project, because then there was a little bit left in this one. So for $13 I got those from the yard sale. Okay, and then the last thing I have to show for this video is I placed an order with JoAnn's, and it just came. Can't tell you what kind of a sale they were having because I don't remember. But I was looking through patterns to use this other fall colored yarn that I had showed a few videos ago, and I came across a couple different blanket patterns, trying to decide there's this yarn here. Now this is a 3 weight of mellow spun. So, and looking in the patterns, I just kept finding 4 weight patterns. So I was printing them, and I came across one called Turkey Talk Throw. I think this was on Yarn Inspirations. So it was free. Yes, right there. And looking at the pattern, it just called for Red Heart Super Saver in so you needed cafe, fall, dark sage, coffee, pumpkin, and burgundy. So I thought, well, if I want to do that, let me get some yarn. Now I have some certain browns, but you know. So first thing is I got Super Saver. It's 364 yards. I ended up getting the color Carrot because I saw in a couple other patterns they listed this color. So if I end up doing those patterns, I wanted to have the color. Then in Big Twist, I got Camel, Toffee, another Camel, because I figured if I couldn't find the exact name, this is pretty close, especially for a fall blanket. And for the color Fall, you needed 9 skeins. So Super Saver, this you only get 236 yards, but it's the color Fall, and look at those colors, pretty. So I think I got 9 of those, which is what the pattern calls for. I know I should have probably got an extra one because, you know, what the pattern says and what you use can be 2 different things. And then there's another pattern, blanket pattern. I didn't bring it in, but it calls for the Super Saver fleck yarn. So I got some Aran fleck and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got 6 of those, and then I got 6 of the buff fleck, which has a little more brown to it. So then if I wanted to make the other patterns that called for this, I think I would have enough. And then these colors also hit off of it. And yeah, so then the last, so I got 2 toffee. So I got 1 carrot, 2 toffee, 2 camel. And because if I don't have these other colors in what I have, then I will just use these. All right. I think that is it for today. I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you all for returning and watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. If you have any other good projects, blanket patterns for fall, I know it's weird, but I kind of feel like it's October 14th. I'm kind of late starting on the fall blankets because, you know, Halloween's right around the corner and then Thanksgiving. So then I'm like, oh, should I just jump right to Christmas? But no. Take your time, JoAnn. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.